When E. coli hit Walkerton, Ontario, hundreds fell ill, 7 people died. So how much danger is New Brunswick in now that that strain has shown up there? Let's bring in our medical specialist, Dr. Karl Kabasele. Dr. Karl, how dangerous is this particular strain of E. coli? We saw it in Walkerton 12 years ago.
Yeah, the challenge here, of course, is that this is a bacteria that can actually be life-threatening. We know that it can cause bloody diarrhea. We also know that because it causes damage to the lining of the intestine, it can invade into the body, and in the worst cases can lead to everything from kidney failure to, as we mentioned, death.
Okay, and we have 24 cases in 3 different locations, Miramichi, Bathurst, St. John. So what does that tell you about how fast the bacteria is spreading?
Well, it's a little difficult. I think what it does do is it underscores the fact that one of the challenges, and this could well be a foodborne illness or perhaps related to water or some other liquid, but the challenge is that because of the way our modern food system works, food is distributed far and wide. So the fact that we're seeing cases that may be related, probably are related, in very disparate areas of the province tells us that, that's just a sign of the way food is distributed, produced centrally, distributed widely. So if there's contamination at the source, and I'm just speculating because we don't know, but it's possible that it can affect a lot of people.
Right, the authorities are still trying to figure out the source. What do you think?
Well, I think it's reasonable to expect that it would be food. When it's something like a water source, like a municipal water supply, for example, it tends to be more of a concentrated area like we saw in Walkerton. But in the case of food, as we said, there can be wide distribution.
And to be fair, I mean, the similarity is it's the same strain in Walkerton. People died. So far, there have been no deaths in New Brunswick yet. How concerned should people be?
Well, I think the possibility that it could be the same strain should make people sort of take notice. And, in terms of what to do, I mean, you really have to take the same precautions all the time, regardless of whether there's an outbreak. And that includes, proper food handling technique. If you are in charge of your own water supply, making sure that it's clean, and avoiding unpasteurized dairy products and fruit juices and things like that.
Okay, and what do you think authorities can do to actually contain the spread?
Well, at this point, it sounds like they're still in investigation mode, which is very important because you want to, first of all, identify any common factors between the cases that we're seeing. And in so doing, you can sort of narrow down, whittle away the possible suspect foods, if it is in fact a food, and come to some conclusion as to what it is. Once you've identified it, then you can take action. So whether that involves a recall of the food or issuing warnings to the public to not consume particular foods, that's really on a system-wide level, that's what we can do.
All right, thanks for this, Dr. Karl.
Thank you.